Tomorrow we go off on Thanksgiving break. Thanksgiving is on Thursday, but we get Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off. You'll be back in school on Monday. But what is Thanksgiving? Which countries celebrate it? What do we eat at Thanksgiving? What are the different symbols and things that Americans celebrate with Thanksgiving? Well, this is what we're going to look at today. So what you're going to do is, and this is all due at the end of the period today, start off with a little bit of vocabulary. If you know these words, simply match them. For example, harvest. Well, that's crops gathered from the land, such as grains and vegetables. So you write an E in here for number one. Go ahead and look at those. If you need to read a little bit about them, you can go down to the reading. You'll find most of these vocabulary words are in here. But if you wanted to just look them up, go ahead and use the dictionaries at your desk, look up these words, or try and match them. You're welcome to work with your table partner and try and come up with something between the two of you. Maybe you can come up with most of these, such as feast, disease, starvation. You might know what some of these words are, but help out some of the newer speakers a little bit. On the reading, I want you to go ahead and read these, highlighting things having to do with Thanksgiving, especially going along with the vocabulary terms. So read those, highlight, underline any definitions that would go with the vocabulary. Anything that might help you out on questions that we'll be following. You want to go ahead and highlight those. Go ahead and answer the true or false, these here with a T or an F, either a T or an F. Canadians and Americans celebrate Thanksgiving on the same day. Well, is that true? Go back to the reading and look it up. Figure it out and either write in a T or an F. Don't worry about 5, 6, and 7. You don't have to write your own question unless you want to. But do practice asking these questions to each other after you do the reading. So one person can ask this and maybe you can write down the answer that they said, and then they can ask you about the next one, and they can write down the answer, and you can write down the answer. So go ahead and practice reading and rating these answers. You can look up, it's not a test. Go ahead and look up all the answers in the reading. Now, just for fun, these are very difficult. I'll make this extra credit. For example, you have to make this into a word. It looks to me like T-H-A-N-K-S, Thanksgiving. This one might be Thanksgiving. Try and unscramble these. Then search for words in here. They can be anywhere in here. So look carefully, whether it can be up and down or left and right. They can be diagonal. Look for any of the secret words in here. I'm sort of glancing at it right now. I don't see any right now with that. Oh, look at it. P-I-L-G-R-I-M-S. Pilgrims. There's one of the words right there. You can circle that one right now. Here's a word poem. I don't know if that's supposed to be in there, but that's a word. You can circle that as well. Find words in there associated with Thanksgiving. Now, ask your partner. And this will teach us a little bit about each other. Do you celebrate Thanksgiving in your country? Well, do you? Matter of fact, you can go around and ask several different people, because I know most of you are Ukrainian, so why don't you ask some of the people from other countries? Do you celebrate Thanksgiving in your country? Are you going to have a Thanksgiving dinner this year here in Ohio? Are you going to celebrate Thanksgiving and have a big meal on Thursday? If so, who's coming to that dinner? Is it family? Is it friends? What kind of food do you think will be served? Are you going to serve turkey and all the trimmings? Or are you going to have, pierogies and chicken paprikash? What are you going to have for Thanksgiving? Different places have different things. If you like to, you can write down a little bit about Thanksgiving, anywhere either down in here or on the back of the page somewhere. And let us know. Matter of fact, I would like to know. Would you celebrate like Thanksgiving in your country? Most of the time, it's not called Thanksgiving in other countries. It's called some sort of harvest festival. So do you have a fall harvest festival? What do you do in there? If you want to, you can log this in to your computer and listen. I couldn't set it up as a link because I printed it off, but go ahead if you want to type this in and listen and fill in the blanks. See if you can come up, this looks like something festivals. So I'm going to guess, even without listening, and say it's harvest festivals and Thanksgiving celebrations have been held around the world for thousands of years. So find out what these words are. And that would conclude it. Now take your time. Don't rush through it too much because I want you to spend the entire period doing this. Once this is done, go ahead and turn it in, and I will grade it when I get back from my Thanksgiving celebration. I'll tell you all about mine, and you can tell me all about yours. And once you do that, then you are free to do any makeup work you want for any class. Happy Thanksgiving.